is corrupt. You know what the I don't know how they did that. The next thing, the judge in the court just said, "Oh, that my friend who was in the office, like the guy is at large." You know, when you see somebody is at large, they tell you the owner of the vessel is at large. That is at large, and the captain is at large. But do you know that they were all there? Nobody was at large. Nobody. They were all there. We were accusing them renting vessel from us and using it to do criminal stuff. But you know what they were publishing on paper and on TV? What was going on behind the scene? That was not what people were seeing. But in the actual sense, they have to pay us for damages for using our vessel to do a racket. But they were constantly pushing out to Vanguard paper, to AIT, to all I'll just put my hand in my job, just be watching. That's how corrupt the system is. They know how to go about this thing. Let me tell you, all the judges are involved. That
Yeah.
not all judges. There are judges that are special judges that handle oil and gas issue. Not all judges. So all the judges, they know all the judges. All the judges are rich, rich.
Do you know?
You know,
Do you know?
called
Do you know that corruption in Nigeria has got to the level that, eh, if you steal money, meet some people, they say, "Don't worry, we go shop for a good judge. We go judge your case." do, do you, it's, no, no, no. Sorry, not to shop. Bring some money. Let us fix a judge for your case. So they go fix. That's why they say federal high court. If he be saying federal high court, Port Harcourt, now in the case they fit go transfer somebody from one high court for Enugu or maybe Abeokuta. Why? Now you they go Port Harcourt just for that case. When you go, you judge them. Eh? Can
That
you imagine?
that Mr. CM, that is why I said at the beginning when I was dropping the Asian Tiger principle, I was dropping it. That was why that's why PO was interested in the Asian Tiger, the way they developed and what happened and the process and the vision and the man behind the vision and the man that was, you know, driving home the vision. Because if you look at it, there was a time where they had a leader, then that one, handed over to another leader. You see, the vision was in line. They were pursuing that vision. That is the same thing. If you want a vision to change a status quo, there will be a fight. And that fight will start immediately that man gets into power. And I want to make reference to one president that was fighting drug. I've forgotten his name. He was fighting drug and guys in his homeland. What he
Okay.
did was that, you know this, I forgot his name.
If
He
you
set up a special squad. Then this special squad was going there. If they catch you with drug, both the person that hear about it, both the person that smoke the drug, they will carry you, give you the same judgment. That was how he reduced drug peddling and drug intake in his country. I've forgotten the name of the president, but he's out now. He has handed over to another president. So what we need is, apart from sending the fundamentals, having a good platform to strike, not under this alimanjuri platform, having a good platform to strike. For you to fight these people, you have to set up a good structures that will be backed up with the law so that it will hold these people it will be like a lion hunting for his prey. Anywhere he sees it, he has an order to eat up the prey. That is the kind of sector that should be put. There should be a total war in judicial system, in the oil and gas system, in the power sector, and in the education sector. There should be a declaration of war there. If not, you cannot function using mere, handling them with kid gloves. You can't do that. You can't. That fight will not go on till you say, oh, this man either life in jail or death penalty. That will be a platform where you will hold them with strong, stiff hand. You bend them at will so that you drive home your vision. Because the way it is now, people are dying in this euphoria of alimagery system, and they are enjoying it. It's like you having a water bed. You are enjoying it. How are you going to take that water bed out? They will fight because they have been there for so many long time. And
They
you
will
imagine a minister
fight.
saying
They
he's
will
tired of
fight.
making money. A minister is telling us that he's tired of making money. They should block that place where they are making money. Can you imagine that? That is
It's,
tired of making money.
it's,
A minister said it.
it's,
So we have to bust that water bed that they have been enjoying for so many long time. We have to break it down so that they will run etta scatter, so that they can go away. We can start on it. In short, he has to declare war on energy, declare war on education, declare war on light, declare war even on the judicial system and light and water. They need to declare war on this thing because that is where they work symbiotically to to take money out of Nigerian system, especially the oil sector. We have to declare war on them because without that, they are going to still lie on their waterbed and keep on, taking our natural resources, and
They
they
will
go scot
frustrate
free.
if you don't structure the oil sector very well. Believe me, they will frustrate any government. Any
Any
government.
government, yeah.
If they don't like you, believe me, you're in trouble. You're in trouble because they have number one, they have the money, they have the resources, they can sponsor newspaper locally and internationally. And look at the way they rubbish Jonathan like mad.
it's
They
true.
rubbish him.
If you
They
if you
rubbish him. The
if you
little
read it,
good things, the little good things Jonathan did was no longer seen. They rubbished him.
mhm. With
Look at
Tinubu,
when Jonathan wanted to revoke. Look at then Jonathan too was quick to talk that when he then said that he was not going to renew the license of some of these oil well uh, owners.
Oh, they went gaga now when he said that.
Yeah, when he said he was not going to renew their licenses, oh my goodness. So a lot of people didn't really know why they were attacking Jonathan like that. Why they were all out for him. Do you know what it means? Let's take Danjuma for example, who claims that he made over $500 million every year
He said he
from
doesn't know
owning
what to
an
do with
oil
money
well.
anymore.
Then you want to revoke such person's license. You see, so any government that will not want to work with them, these guys will really frustrate them. But the thing is, you have to, if you want to work with them, you have to call them and put them on a table, discuss with them, and then make sure that you set up a system, a monetary system, an agency. It could be a private. I will suggest a private agency. Whereby they make money from. It's not you're not the one paying them. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're paying them, they're going to be corrupt. Believe me, there's going to be a lot of corruption. But it's going to be based on the job that they're doing. So if you set up a private agency that is based on the job that they are doing is based on the commission, believe me, it will be difficult for anybody to steal a single product because they'll deploy all their machineries, they'll deploy all their equipment to ensure that they are working very hard, because they will want to be on a very good side. Otherwise, the contract might be taken from those kind of stuff. So, private partnership is always the best, always. always the
Yeah,
case.
but if you are going into private partnership, you should be very very careful because those ones are they look like they are like snitch too. They know
No, if it's well, if you have a system that actually look into those stuffs, if you have a system like eventually almost everything in the United States is like private public partnership because the
yeah.
government, you understand. So just look at the United States, for example, it's like private public partnership because the government knows that you're going to have a lot of people who wants to compromise. You're going to have a lot. So most times they subcontract those things out. Yes, you see them as government workers, but they're actually working for an agency. So that's why you see people can easily, the government can question the agency, and then you see the agency can fire anybody because once government starts to question you based on stuff, you wouldn't want your reputation to go down because this cost millions of billions of dollars. You don't want your reputation to go down, so the agency will fire whatever stuff that is messing up. You know, that's how it works.
Nigeria is in a mess. People don't know a big big mess.
Hmm.
And
Big mess.
people don't understand. People still do not know how deep
Very
is
very
when
deep.
now BRICS has refused Nigerian membership. Think about that.
No,
Wait
no,
a minute.
they
This
said this man Kashin Shetima said Nigeria didn't apply.
No
story.
mind now. Nigeria application don't do for fraud since.
You know, you know,
Story.
you know,
It
you
was
know,
all over the
you
news
know,
now. Which one
you
they
know,
talk say
Okay.
that? It was all over
Nigeria
the
didn't
news.
Nigeria
in
didn't
those days,
Nigeria did not apply. What did
no,
he go there to do? Why did he go there?
About
To go
in
and
those
speak
days,
English.
in those days when Abacha their power, just they do all those what they do. So some people won't resign because of all those nonsense. So when you write letter of resignation, go give Abacha. Then go ask waiting. He said na resignation. He said, no, nah, we have to talk over. Make you hold the letter. Don't worry, we'll talk over on Monday. This. You go hold and think, say by Monday, I go talk. The moment you take your letter, come out for office, then go now and say, Abacha don't sack you.
You don't sack.
so, so if you the
they
talk
do
of,
something like all of them
if
be like cartel.
listen now, if you go the top press, say na me resign, okay, they don't accept any letter from you. You say na sack. So with your letter, the sack means from where you dey make you begin go house. So you know that type of thing. That is the type of the way government operates. If you in fact, this Okonjo Iweala book, when you read them, you go know say, look, Peter Obi I know because Peter Obi don't read them. Now him first talk about it. He has his own copy. He must have read it. He read it very well because his name is there. You see, the thing is that as a president, now so deal go they come your table, different deal, different deal go they, people go they, even your ministers go they bring deal come. You don't go no send a deal. Your own minister where you appoint make it help you fight corruption. You go they bring deal through somebody say, don't worry, I go talk to them. If you can enter, then we go do a 50-50. You know, all those things. So, but now you will be president, go just look the thing, look at it's good for somebody to have somebody like Okonjo Iweala. So that when you look at every, as economist, when he looks at everything, when he look and he go advise Jonathan, say no, that before we sign this contract, there are questions we need to ask. By the time you are asking that question, you find out that the thing is not genuine. It's just an avenue to rip Nigeria off. And that is what they've been doing in government. There is
16, $16
You see,
billion
you
was
see,
put into electricity. $16 billion. And yet,
in those days where dollar to naira,
then,
naira gave
then,
value.
then, which means if you want to do a conversion now, you should be talking about maybe close to about 30
Crazy.
to 30 something billion in value. Then it was $16 billion. So right now, dollar now in value, that would be like 30 to 30 something billion
And only
on
darkness,
electricity.
only darkness
And
we
yet,
see.
yet we have no electricity.
Only darkness.
What does that
you
mean?
see, the issue of electricity. I think Peter Obi is going to look into it, and most of the money they stole, they are going to refund that money
No,
because
no.
it is it is very, very painful, very over painful for billions of dollars to be accrued to a sector that is almost dilapidated to bring it up for you and I to enjoy, to make the economy just start functioning on its own so that SME that build the economy up, they should start working perfectly, irrespective of you government making some stupid policies. They can still work since they have energy. But you people decide to take the money and put it to your pocket, and a president will walk up to you or a vice president will tell you that, oh, I brought the money and we don't know what happened.
The three
How can you come
cement
up to tell us that
directors,
kind of a stupid talk? You don't know what
the,
happened to. Is it 2 naira?
the cement directors that were involved, they went to jail
Jesus
in the United
Christ.
States. The three cement directors that were involved, they went to jail in the United States.
you see,
But
in fact,
in our country,
They got to open that book.
the people that were
Everybody involved
involved
should
in
be
our own
jailed.
country, the people that were
in fact,
involved in our own country, they are all walking about. They are the one
Can you imagine?
contesting. They don't want. They are the
you
one
see,
ruling.
you see,
But the American citizens that were involved,
They are all in
American
jail
government,
now.
they all went to jail.
that
But
is
our
that
own,
because that is America now. America is a civilized country. They are civilized. What I'm trying to say is that you see, this book. After reading this book, I know that
I'm I'm going to get
Obi,
that book. I'm
Peter
going to
Obi,
get it.
Peter Obi
It's
will,
on Amazon now. I'll try to get
uh,
it.
Peter Obi will succeed excellently because of this book. Because everything here is about success. That's why this when all this, if you read this thing, find out that all those corruption they were writing about Jonathan, na Tinubu paper, Nation, and TVC, they were the people that pulled Jonathan down. All those things weren't any. It doesn't, because if you see the meticulous way Okonjo-Iweala was handling the economy, now he shake them now. All those corner here, corner. He said no. It will say everything. He said no. He can't approve any voucher. He go there, he go ask a question on it. How? How did you come about it? So they are not prepared now. They want to put somebody where go they do.
During that time, somebody went to grab the um, is this speaker of the house then with $700,000 cash, and he was caught.
Mhm.
Was caught. I mean, no, he was not caught. That was Otedola was the one that revealed the secret, because when they went ahead to seek invite Otedola, but he was involved in that fear subsidy scam. He was involved, so he went to bribe
Just
the former speaker then, with 700,000, with the hope that they were going to, quash the case during that time. So when they still went ahead to do it, Otedola had to come out and make a public statement that he has given this. Oh, that's Nigerian for you. He gave the speaker $700,000 for what?
Dr.
So
Siva,
that made the speaker then to be a part of the subsidy scandal, made him to resign then.
I have a question though. Now,
Okay,
you,
yeah.
you spoke about Ngozi Okojuela, right?
Yes.
Now, with all of the thing that she did during Jonathan, and then all of the expose, writing this book and everything, and we all know who this guy is, this Tinubu guys and everything. You were at the French summit and all that. You didn't recognize with this guy, and all of a sudden you came to Aso Rock and having a meeting, which you don't. I mean, I don't know what the meeting is all about. The, I don't think Ngozi should associate with this kind of character, knowing fully well who this guy Tinubu is and all that. For me, what she went to do in Aso Rock, I mean, I don't know what she went to do there, but for me, honestly, it didn't go down well with me. Honestly, knowing that this guy and people that surrounds him, they are all just okay. The subsidy removal that this guy, okay, he removed subsidy. Where's that money? Where's the money?
they don't reloot to the money now.
Ah,
Ah,
man.
now you and I, you ask that question.
The-
Man, that guy is a this guy's a
See,
character.
when I told you guys, we need to go and look at what is the subsidy itself. We need to look, and we all need to do research because me, I've concluded my own. We look, this subsidy is a good thing, especially for developing countries, for your industry, for your SME to rise up so that they will not be, affected too much by inflation and some other factors that try to shake their own company. You need to you need to subsidize that sector. You cannot develop if you don't subsidize that sector. The people that brought this theory of remove your subsidy, these are the World Bank policies and the IMF, because they are parasites. They don't want you to develop so that they can be parasitic and feed on you. That is why they want that. Look at what they said about our education. They said they made a caricature of our education, trying to tell us how we are going to educate ourselves, how we're going to form our own educational structure, while they want us to bring their educational structure, which they put their alimajuris there, their head, they brought it down so that there will be a transfer where our students will be going abroad for to feed, to give them more dollar going to their school. That is the ball game. I told you guys here, that's the system they brought to us, which
They
is which
forgetting
is
that
which is
they even
forbidden.
propose to Africans not to set up research centers. Now, why would they be setting up research centers? They could just go to abroad, United States, other countries to do a research. Why should they have research centers in our schools? This same World Bank, you see, now, you see subsidy. If you look at subsidy, I don't know. This is the first time I've seen a scene where a government will be looking for miracle to happen. That when they remove subsidy, that in a few months, without production, without your refineries working, without that you're going to be buying cheap things at a very cheap rate.
For
This is the
where
first time I've seen the government in since I was born. This is the first time I've seen the government who was fully now turn into we now have a religious government who believe that miracle will happen overnight. I don't know, maybe these pastors are the one telling them that something is going
now
to
the
happen,
pastor, they are partners in crime now.
or imams are the one telling them. You're not producing oil, you're not refining one barrel of crude oil, you're not refining, you're shipping your cargo to Asia and Europe to refine. You are doing what's called a pre and post condition contract, not a swap. A pre and post contract simply means that I give you crude oil, then you refine it, you give me the extracted items too, which means I have to guarantee that I'm going to give you a crude oil for you to modify it and send back to me the modified items based on the agreement. Now, the countries where you're taking this oil to, they don't refine in naira, they refine in their own
In
currency,
dollars. Yeah.
in dollars. So it's completely different. If they refine in naira, I would say, oh yeah, okay, you guys might be right. Okay, so they don't refine in naira, they refine in dollars, in euro, and some of these refineries they refine with like maybe to refine a barrel of crude oil is like I think $3. Some refinery, depending on the company, because it's not regulated. To refine a barrel is like $3, and some refineries like $5. Then it costs you money. Now, to transport a crude oil to Europe or in America, depending on the distance, we are going to Europe, I think it's about 30 cents per barrel. 30 cents. So if you multiply 30 cents by 1 million barrel, because cargo ordinarily takes 1 million barrel, which is normal. It's a very huge cargo that takes 2 million barrels. If you take 1 million, if you multiply 30 cent by 1 million barrel, uh, you're talking about maybe about maybe over $300,000 or within that range to transport that 1 million barrel down to the refinery. So you're going to pay that same amount of money to bring it back. So I do not see any miracle that a marketer will bring that to Nigeria and expect him to sell it at the rate of a liter at the rate of maybe uh, even 315 naira or 400 naira. How?
It's not possible now.
How? And then giving Nigerians the hope that, oh, I saw economists on TV. They are talking about these things. I mean, if I wasn't there, maybe I would say okay, maybe they. But if I should come on air to say they are saying the truth, it means I'm a devil. I'm working for Lucifer, for Satan. That's just the meaning. It means I am deceiving a whole nation, my own people. That would just be the meaning. It
Even
costs
if
you.
you
It costs
okay,
you transportation. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay for insurance. You're gonna pay for insurance. There are a lot of expenses. You're gonna pay for insurance. It's a lot of money.
sorry, even if you refine crude oil in Nigeria, you are still going to subsidize.
Yes,
You
that's
can
why I said
stop. You can stop it.
America has 137 functioning refineries spread across the country.
Hmm.
And they are still subsidizing.
137. Yet America still subsidize their gas for
Can
the
you
citizens.
imagine that?
So how is it possible for a Nigerian who does not refine a barrel not to subsidize their product, and they are telling Nigerians that they're going to have the product very soon at a very
Yeah.
cheaper rate. Just endure for a moment. Just endure. You know what that means? It's a system of gradualism. By the time you enjoy before you get used to it, and then they forget about that.
They are
They
worse
just move
than
on to the next
Satan. These
level.
these politicians.
It's a
Because I don't know
system
where
of
they derive
gradualism.
their economic. I don't know where they derive that economic terminology that, oh, if you remove subsidy, it will drive down. If you drive down the prices within short time, drive which thing? Which thing they drive down? Who they produce them? Who they refine am here? Where they drive them
Mm.
down? Which economic terms? At least all of us read the economics for secondary school now. We know what they drive down prices. So so that's why sometimes when I listen to economists or I listen to one of these government officials talking about oil subsidy, I pray one day I jam one of them. Look, I will carry my camera, give to one person to record me and that person. I will beam it to the whole world, send them on Facebook everywhere. Because I would like to challenge them and tell them to bring the postulate or the
When we're sitting
hypothesis they
down,
are using.
when my guys, when we sitting down and we turning TV, you saw that some of these so-called economists coming on air to talk about subsidy, this, that, that. My friends will just say, ele omo, ele omo,
Ele o mọ kọkọ,
ele
olodo
omo.
leleyi, olodo ni. You
That's
don't
what
know
they call
anything
it.
na olodo.
Ele omo koko, ele omo koko. Ewa, ba, so. I like they'll be like, come and collect the oil now. Since you are the owner of the oil, you're the one who transport it to UK. You sat down on your comfort couch. You're sitting down right there, cross your leg, sipping something. You refuse to do research on it, and then you're just coming on here to talk how Jesus Christ is going to send manna from heaven. I mean, these guys are just. I mean, I don't know what really was really
Ah,
giving them
do you
that.
know even this message of oil subsidy is good? Most people, I think, most of our press, the bottom line that is so annoying, it can take breath out of the living people in Nigeria, is that your press buy into that idea that, removing subsidy will save Nigeria money. Okay, it saved you trillions of dollars. Okay, now how are you going to drive home the price now? Are you going to is it going to be is it going to drive on itself? Is there a big market where everybody can come in shipping oil from different corner, and you expect that person that shipping oil in dollar to come and lose his money in Nigeria?
No investor will put his money. Even
They, they, they ain't gonna
going through
do
the water
that.
alone is a risk. Why do you think they pay so much money for insurance? Because
I don't know where they get their economy
a
stance
hundred
from.
million dollars could just could just swing it to could just be
They think
gone
that
just like that.
maybe
So
they think that they are trading in naira, because when you are trading in dollar, the amount which you buy in the international market, it's let's say almost the same price we are buying, and we are shipping it
yeah,
in the
and I'm
same
still
price.
telling I'm still telling our people that the government has not removed complete subsidy.
They
The
no fit
day
try am.
the day
All
they
this thing what
remove
they do,
full
eh?
subsidy, oh God, I'm laughing.
They don't know they don't
The-
know the economic. Venezuela, what happened to Venezuela? This same thing happened to Venezuela. This same hypothesis that World Bank brought, they gave it to them now. Where is Venezuela now? Where is Venezuela now?
They don't
it,
sink.
it, it's
They've
like a
sunk. They don't
vegetable
sink
country.
now.
They don't sink.
With all the oil, they sank down. Everything now, it don't finish. The oil now, foreigner get them
Now,
because of the
let me tell you
loan.
that in regards to the currency, that new currency. I've seen the new currency like the 1,000 naira note that they designed. Did you see the color of that currency? You see the color?
Nigeria
How?
own.
Yeah, Nigeria currency.
That will not be bleach.
Okay, now whenever such color is applied to a country's currency, it simply means that your currency has lost value
Thank you.
before such color will be approved for you to use in printing currency. It means your currency has lost value. Go and look at
You,
all the countries where
you
you
just
have.
put only one color. Only one color. No, they fine.
It simply means that your currency has lost value. So the World Economic Something Forum, they now regulate what color should be on your currency, because they have to use that to identify your country as a country that has lost that its currency has lost value. That's why you see Benin Republic. You go and look at their currency, the type
It
of
be like
color,
Nigeria
very.
own now.
Now, if you hold Benin Republic currency now with Nigeria currency, you no longer know the difference between Benin Republic
Even Niger Republic, don't you see their currency? Red
and
and
Nigeria
red
currency.
and green. Red
It's a
and green.
sign. It's a sign of the country who have actually, who has lost value in the international market, which means Nigeria is just strongly there. That's why BRICS, no, that might even be might be one of the stuff that's why Emefiele is from Sasa, but I think they should hold him because this thing it pays me to the marrows of my bone. What he did, Nigerians were using naira to buy naira. If you knew you couldn't do the job, what stops you from resigning? If you knew you couldn't continue, if you knew they're asking you to devalue your currency, if you knew they're asking you to destroy your country, what stops you from resigning? Why would you go ahead to carry out this evil? This is evil done against the Nigerian state.
You
Honestly
know why he
speaking.
did that? Let me tell you why he did it. One, security, his own security. Two, greed. Three, he has been paid. He was paid. There's no how that kind of transaction will come in place that for you to go along, they won't give you some kickback. They must have given him kickback, and now all the people that have given him kickback, they are part and parcel of the deal, which Agbado was part and parcel of. Now they are using him as a bargaining chip, or yeah, we have found the black sheep among us. Let us show it to the world that this is the black sheep that did it. They forgot that even the black sheep have to take orders from them, because it's inscribed in your constitution that the black sheep, which is the CBN governor, has to take instruction after writing the book that, oh, it is time for us to change, have to have the go-ahead from the top man in the government. Then if he gives him the go-ahead, then he can go. Can you imagine? Emefiele did not write this, the book of changing the currency. It was not during the election that man started this course. So let us not mistakenly think that he started it when election is about to come to play. No, this thing has been lingering for long. If we got to look at the book and the note written to the president, I believe this thing has been lingering for long. Even before the election, this man would have sent that letter that we need to change our currency. Now, because we have missed the first chance, we have missed the second chance, this is the third chance, we need to change it as a matter of policy and principle laid down in the Constitution. So these politicians, they know how to do things to take advantage of it. They have to push it to the time of election, and you now see that this thing will not paint the CBN governor black, because the CBN governor is not stupid, because he's not participating in the election. Let's say he's not a partisan. Why should you, in a common sense, why should you bring a change of currency when election is about to take place? Does that make sense? Is that not a red flag? An economy, a thorough economist and a monetary policy personnel so versatile like him, why should he do that kind of a thing at a wrong time? That's a red flag for us to think that guy can do that like that. No, I still don't believe. What I believe that Emefiele must have put that thing 1 year ahead, because he knows when the election is coming. He must have put it to the table of the president. Someone in the presidency, anything that comes to presidency, they use it as political gain or loss. That is the game they played. This man might have put it a year ahead. They not take it and, oh, let's hold it. During the election, we play this game with it. That is what the Nigerian politicians say. They never change. I tell you people, they know they change. They know they change. Anything they see on their table, they reserve it for a political game ahead so that they can play it. And if they play it, they are not going to be held responsible. There's always a black sheep that they will hold. And they've hold the CBN governor because he's the CBN governor. But they forgot that constitutionally, he doesn't have that power to make an effect of that policy. He needs power from the presidency. And when he has approached the presidency, presidency now is an institution. It might take donkey months or donkey years for them to approve a policy. That is what happened. I am very sure that is what happened. This man might have said that letter in his death for more than a year. They will keep it. That is always the plan of Nigerian politicians. Anything they see that is good, that will boost their ego or boost their political ambition, they will keep it. They will either use it for blackmail or for political gain or one thing or the other. That's what they do. If you look at all the policies, look for instance now, Dangote refinery. See, Dangote spent money. Let's say Dangote spent money, and if you go to the YouTube, you see how he transferred a lot of items, got in the biggest, whatever he did. Yes, he was building a refinery. But that refinery was not ready because there is already time schedule for the refinery to open. But these politicians, they saw it on the table. What happened? They say, this is time for us to do because we are going to go in for election. Since we did not perform, let's use Dangote to soften the heart of Nigerians. Oh, we have an interest in Dangote. We funded the partnership with him. Let's open it. It's open. Oh, happy Christmas. This one will not produce, will remove subsidy. Then Dangote will not be giving us gas. Meanwhile, as Dangote was doing that, Dangote was getting a license to import gas in. These politicians, they know they change. And we should have known their way now. Anything they do is for political gain. And we were driven to one, we were boxed to one corner. Nigerians were boxed to one corner. They were made to think one way. Meanwhile, the reason why they opened Dangote refinery and it was not yet open was for political gain, so that they would garner support from the populace. Simple as ABC. It wasn't ready. It's going to be ready 2020. Is it not 2025? That is when
Hmm.
it's
Yes.
going to be ready.
Oh, wow.
But people forgot it and they captured the Nigerian mind. That was it.
Hmm? People they just use Nigeria. They play football. Kai, Kai. Oh man.
Because they know Nigeria forgets a lot now. Like I said, I saw do some submission in one network. I said Nigeria is I'm using this description, not like I just use this description. Nigeria is like a goat. The owner tied the neck. He dey drag am, but the goat no know where they drag am go. That is the picture of Nigeria. The politicians they drag the Nigerians for neck, but we don't know where they are dragging us to because they believe they own us. They put rope on our neck and they start dragging us to nowhere. And look at where we are now. We are sinking. Nigeria has already sank because no structure, nothing is structured in Nigeria as it is now. Nothing. Go and look at your immigration. Go and look at your police. Look at your customs. Nothing is structured. They just put on tax at will. Tax this, tax that. How is the SMS going to improve? You tax everybody to death because you want to grow your economy. You are not manufacturing. You are not producing. You don't produce. You want naira to overtake dollar. How?
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 Which product do you have that is competing against dollar, that is competing in the market aside the crude oil? Nothing. So you are telling Nigerians that uh in few months time, you don't worry, everything just gonna how? It means you need a miracle. I said this is the first time I've seen the government needing a miracle, asking that for them to survive, they need a miracle. They are telling the whole of Nigerians that hey, if you must, if you how put the logic on the table. Let's see how it's gonna work.
Hey, see, gentlemen, what in there I want to say is that how does Tinubu sleep at night now? Hmm? How how do, how does maybe if they use tranquilizers or sleeping tablets because all this Chicago news and everything. Hey, yes, now it's a human being. I mean, it is say they hear, they hear. Even say if not like me where they like swallow, if you go bring one lump, when you come, you go say now wow. And this kind of person is not good if he dey eat, then go put TV for him because you don't know, you don't know the news where go pop up. You go just cry. The guy messed, Tinubu messed Nigeria up anyway.
No, the Chicago certificate is a bad
So
thing because
I don't know. Hmm?
if you see that lady that is involved in that case, if you check, she hardly lose any case, never, because she works with security agencies. So she does not easily lose case. She has worked in the Supreme Court in the United States. She works with the FBI. So so me, my speculation is that who who knows? Maybe FBI were the one who recommended her. Oh, you never can tell. You know, yeah. Yeah, because FBI they've been looking for ways to try to get into Nigeria. You see, they still don't like the idea that one of the guy they wanted to extradite, that Super Cop, they call him Super Cop, Abakari.
Exactly.
Believe
Abakari.
me, they still don't like that idea of not being able to extradite the guy because they caught him red-handed. FBI were involved in the transaction, so they know him very well that he was involved in that transaction. So Nigeria denying them of extraditing him, which I agree. I do not want. I really. didn't want Nigeria to extradite anybody to United States because I feel that it's not. If I'm from Nigeria, so it makes my country look so, it reduces my country in front of other country. You understand what I'm saying? It reduces my country in front of other country. Think about it. Imagine America extraditing their own citizens uh, to Nigeria. You think they're gonna do that?
You know, the world knows say Nigeria na basket case, so it does not really matter whether they extradite or not. It does not.
So they wanted to extradite the guy. I was like, oh, no, no. Anyway, it's not. It's to me, it's not good because if it's not good. But FBI will never, the way I know them, the way they work, they will never let it go. They will look for anybody to replace him. Anybody to replace him. They will look at that. Look at the former president of Honduras. He's in jail in the United States for drugs. A former president of a country.
Oh yes, America can lift you from anywhere, anywhere.
He's
You
in
can.
jail. He's in jail for drugs. You know, it's very, very unfortunate. It's very, very bad that we have Tinubu in the office. But I think that they're going to boot him out. I do not think these judges will want. The, me, I'm just saying that we just want to give it a try. Let's just see what's going on. I
You see,
do not think.
why I'm particular about my interest in this Tinubu saga is not really because Tinubu should go, but the person coming in, P2B. I'm so confident with the man. So confident. If it were to remove Tinubu, maybe Atiku enter business as usual, another person, he go the wonder again. But P2B coming, I want Nigerians to have a feel of what it means to have a president. Then we see it. I'm sure P2B won't borrow because unlike Anambra State, you go say, where can we get money? Day, post authority, agriculture, the oil being stolen. P2B will tell you that this is our money. Block all those things, recollect all the money, and then before you know it, will tell you that we don't need to borrow money. That we have with the money we have, we'll be putting it there. It's true.
Just look at each community, like as I was saying, if each community they're able to even uh, build vocational centers where people learn, then government should be their first customer, their first patronage. You understand what I'm saying? So that would really help with the level with the level of Okada and tricycle that I saw on ground, my brother, no country, no country can come out of poverty. It simply means that the people are not
Nigeria,
skilled.
Nigeria is
People are
fine.
not
Oh
getting
boy,
skilled.
oh boy. Peace off. I want to sleep. It's 1 a.m. here in the UK. Shana
Okay.
US, Shana US, you there?
Yeah, but I'm on ground. I'm on ground.
Okay, you are in US. Mhm. What is the time in your place?
No, I'm on ground. I'm on back home for now.
Oh, okay, you are in really, and you get
Yeah,
light.
when I say I'm on ground, that's what I mean.
Okay. Oh, you are lucky. You get light. Thank God. Oh, bless you, Sha, to be this long with us. Ah, is it Lagos?
Yes.
Now you for even give us updates, safe. Make we know the whether pickpocket, the pick how far pickpocket it operate
No,
in Lagos.
nobody can pick me. I mean, I'm not. I'm not. I don't think they can have access
But
to me to pick.
this Sanwo-Olu forgery, they make waves in Lagos.
You know, I've not really. Do you know that I've only paid attention to um,
People will be matter.
what's his name? Tinubu's case. It when I think you were the one that mentioned while we're talking about someone who's forged certificate. Now I'm going to pay attention to that now tomorrow because I was not paying attention to his own issues. So I'm going to pay attention to it tomorrow. I'm going to see to that. If he has a forged certificate, it means they will put him out too.
Oh yeah, oh yes, at the tribunal because WAEC has confirmed that. I said WAEC has confirmed that it's the same certificate he submitted in 2018. Now he submit again or
Mhm.
whatever. So for a second time, so they said it's forged. So probably he has to make way. Anyway, let me go and
Okay,
sleep
bro.
so that I
Yeah,
can.
have a good night,
Uh,
and
thank you,
give us
bro.
a
Thank
money.
you.
Have a good night. Get maybe give us some other sleeping. Yeah.
They should hear us. Thank you. See you tomorrow again.
All
Thank you.
right.